What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. We are live. Go ahead and send this out. All right, cool. All right, y'all. New month. It's August 1st. It's Tuesday. Started Monday off pretty well. It was a kind of slow Monday. Kind of saw that coming though. Now today we do have some news events popping off. We had one pop off last night for Australian pairs. And then later on today, we don't have anything during London session, but later on today, coming into New York at 10 a.m., we got ISM manufacturer PMI, we got Joe's job openings, and then later on, market week opens, we got New Zealand news popping off. And then, of course, Wednesday, that's when we got the ADP. So we're just chilling right now. So yesterday, we entered the SPX play. We were kind of ranging back and forth, literally between TP1 and drawdown all day yesterday. But last night during Tokyo session, I believe we hit TP3. So now we're kind of chilling nice and profit right now. Still, we're ranging between TP1 and 2 right now. But we hit TP3 last night. Went over this on the stream yesterday at London session. The reason why we went for a buy is because, as we see here on the daily time frame, we are still clearly nice and bullish. We finally broke above this resistance level that was kind of struggling to break yesterday. Now we still have this previous high here around 4608, 4609 that we still need to break and stay above. And we can hit that level, then we can break this middle of the zone level around 4615. So that's what we're looking to see if we can hit today. Now, there are a few other setups we can look for right now. So we're still going to be watching the JPY pairs, and then we're going to be watching the New Zealand pairs. So let's take a look at these, right? What's going on, y'all? I see y'all jumping in here. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. We're on the free signal for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. Yeah, so right now we're seeing if we can hold this low. We're going to waiting for the one session opening. We got a new 15 about to pop off in about 40 seconds. But we're going to continue to stay as low as support. We're going to see if we can take this highs out from yesterday to the left and continue to bullish momentum. Now, if we want a bigger time frame, we've been nice and bullish for a while. Had a few little retracements here where we could have saw a possible reversal, but it continued to respect these levels that shot back up, failed to make lower lows, so now we're right back at this resistance level. So we can break and hold above this level. We're going to see if we can take out these highs to the left, which we can clearly see is a strong resistance level right here. If we look at this green line that I just highlighted, and we can see that clearly the first 2 times price at this level, well, not to the first 2 times, but the first 2 times you can see on the screen, price at this level, you see it rejected, did a retest, made an equal high, then rejected to the downside at the support level. You see support level price stayed on the way up. Came back up to the same resistance level, rejected. Price is going for around 4 right now. So we're going to see if we can take those highs out today. That's a price to continue to hold this level of support for. So that's what we're looking at EJ. So we're still going to be leaning toward the EJ and GJ buys. So we're just going to see what this next 15 looks like. As static. All All right, let me try to fix it. Give me 1 second. I hear it too. Let me see something. So let me refresh the stream. I don't know why. Maybe it's from my floors. Let me fix my floors. Maybe that will help. I'll also restart the stream because sometimes I'll fix it. Let me see if that works. I might have to fix my thing. Test. It was just I just had this working fine yesterday. Now it keeps acting up every other day. So give me 1 second, y'all. Test. Let me see. All right, it's like a 10-second delay, so we're gonna see if it still works. I don't know why it's doing that. Like I just got a new mic. It was working yesterday. We're gonna see if it gets real bad. We'll go from there. But let me see how it sounds on my end. Yeah, it's a little better now. We'll see. If it gets super bad, we'll go and move from there. But right now, it seems fine. But yeah, so right now we're looking at possible EJ buys. It is respecting as low as support so far. We're going to see how this 15 does. As you can see, did a nice little retest, just like on yesterday's live. You literally see how it's wicked these levels. Let me bold this up so y'all can pay attention to what I'm looking at. So you see here how price was. Let me get, why my path tools? All right, there we go. I don't know how those got swapped like that. Well, you see how price was treating as low as a resistance. Then you see here how multiple times price was wicking this daily level, treating as a resistance. Then it finally broke above, retested. The same level that was being wicked and treated as a resistance is now being wicked and treated as a support. So a price can break and hold above this level here. Depending on what the next 15 looks like, we could be looking for a buy on EJ. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join free signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourself. Last week we went 7-2, catching 9,593 pips. Last month we went 55-4, catching 151,295 pips. We're going to pull it up in a second as well. We're just going through all the charts really quick just to see what the game plan for the live and, of course, London session going into New York is going to be. All right, bet. All right, I'm glad it's better. Yeah, so we're going to see possible GM buys here as well. Now, the daily looks a little bit wonky, but one thing we can point out and confirm that it's definitely respecting this level as a support. This golden level right here at around, let's say, around like 2.0, 645, 0650. It's definitely still respecting this level as a support, which we can clearly see here. Every time prices hit this level, let's zoom in a little bit. Every time prices hit this level, you can see how it's rejected and pushed to the upside. And if we go on a smaller time frame, we'll see that a lot more clearly. All right, you can literally see time after time after time again. It keeps treating this level as a support level. Rarely do you see as a resistance until like maybe the second week of July. But prior to that, constantly was being respected as a support resistance level even last month, 2 months ago. So now we're looking at the month of July. Each time it's broken past this daily level, it's hit this level, shot back up. Then even last night, shot back up. So we can look for some short-term buys, but I'm not going to say like we're back in a bullish momentum until we can break these highs up here at the strong resistance level. But we can possibly see some short-term buys. But I don't like how the structure is looking. Let me go on the weekly and see how the weekly is looking, because the daily is looking kind of wonky. Yeah, the weekly is looking a lot cleaner. Still showing bullish momentum, but same thing here. You can see it's struggling to break that high. So we're going to see if the next week, if not this week, we can break that level. If we don't break that this week, might just reject to the downside because we're extremely choppy right here. Yeah, but we are above a strong support resistance level though. Let's see if Euro New Zealand looks cleaner. Nah, Euro New Zealand looks wonky too. Euro New Zealand looks actually a little bit different. It still broke above this daily level just like GN though. Smaller time frame. I don't know how I feel about that one. Sometimes even if it looks like it could go my way, if I just honestly don't like how it looks, I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, so we're going to be paying attention to EJ. Now we're about to go take another look at gold and the indices really quick. Yeah, but we're going to be paying attention to EJ this live. So I'm going to put this on my other screen. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all hopping in here. All right, cool. All right, so let's take a look at gold. So looking at gold on the daily, it's still kind of doing what it's been doing the past couple of weeks. It's still ranging above this daily level, which is cool. I would have wanted to see it hold above 1964, 1966 yesterday, but it ended up rejecting that level. But as long as it can continue to respect 1950 as a support, and of course, ultimately, like 1950 to like 1946 price range, we can still look for buy positions. But we still have the super strong support resistance level at around 1932, 1934 also. So I'm still going to be leaning towards buys. Am I going to look for a buy right now? No. I'm going to wait for it to hit one of my levels, see how it reacts there, then go from there. But I am still leaning towards buys as long as we can stay above the support level at around 1950, 1952. Now, we do have news today. So the news is either going to, well, we also have, well, we do have high impact news today, but we also have ADP tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see what the news today does because we do have ISM and Joe's job openings. So we could still see some action during the news event when it does pop off. But I'm definitely expecting the big moves or the crazy stuff to happen on Wednesday and Friday. That doesn't mean nothing can happen today or Thursday, though, because we still have a lot of high impact news on both those days as well. But for right now, I'm just leaving gold alone. I'm gonna be watching it, but I'm gonna be leaving it alone for right now. I'm gonna wait for it to come to near one of my levels. Still gonna be watching it though, but not gonna be messing with it as of now. Speaking of messing with it, here's NAS. So NAS didn't really do too much, just like SPX yesterday, kind of just chilled there. Again, not too much of a surprise. Kind of saw that coming because again, Monday and Tuesday are usually the slower days out the week. Volume starts to pick up on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday is usually the most highest filled volume days and the easiest to trade, right? And you can literally see that if you go through the advanced place, well, not the advanced place signal room, the free signal room, and just look at each week, each month, you can see a lot of similarities and repetitions. So looking at Monday also, there was no news events. So it was literally just a dead volume day where we're waiting for each session for the markets to open so volume can slowly come in. And then there was no news events to really help push price to do things. Now, there was a few moves to catch yesterday, that's for sure. But of course, obviously, when it's later on in the week and there's news events, there's more volume. So we're going to see what happens today. Now we got about 5 minutes till London session pops off. So again, looking at NAS, I am still leaning towards buys, but it's kind of stuck at the support level here. So I'd wait for price to break above it a little bit more because it's kind of just leaning and teeter-tottering right now. And we can see that if we go on a smaller time frame. So we see this is our 4-hour level here. And price has literally just been chilling there. We went for a buy. The members only last night. Well, not last night, yesterday. Only hit TP1, then it worked our stop loss. And after that, it literally just ranged here, treating as a resistance. Broke above it last night, and it's kind of just been chilling here. So we're leaving this alone for right now. SPX kind of did the same thing, but we did catch some nice moves on it. Again, we hit TP3 last night. We hit TP1 yesterday a couple times. And then just like NAS, it kind of just ranged back and forth. And then last night it broke back above that level. And then that's when we hit like TP3. Now it's just ranging back and forth between like TP1 and TP2 currently. But we are still leaning towards buys. Now we could see a retracement or retest around 45.88, 45.85. But we are still leaning towards buys. Wouldn't really consider sells unless price breaks the strong support level at 45.35, 45.32. But that's still a long way from here. So anything above that, I'm still considering buys. But again, we're leaving those alone for right now. So as far as yesterday, if y'all hit that first link, this is what y'all gonna. Well, you're not gonna see this. This was what we was doing yesterday. So let's scroll down. So this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the link, and then you're gonna see how we caught TP3 last night at 10:10 p.m. EST. So this is how we did yesterday before market closed. We took a GJPY, meaning the members. TP3 got hit, caught 29 pips. We took an SPX buy. TP1 got hit. I gotta fix that. I mixed up the. I swore I fixed one thing on it yesterday. I gotta fix another thing. Those are all good. Give me 1 second, because I mixed up the NAS and SPX pips. So I'm about to just swap those over really quick. Yeah, that's what I get for rushing a little bit, but it's all good. Ain't nothing too major. We'll just fix that. I just don't like seeing stuff and leaving it alone. I heard there's one saying, I forgot, I don't know who the original person that said it was, but it was like, if it takes 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, just do it right then and there. Hold on, y'all. Now I'm brain farting. Give me a second. Let me do some quick math real quick. 500 pips. Yeah, so I mixed up the pip amount, not even from yesterday. I mixed it up from the recap of the other day. So I'm gonna fix that. All right, so the NAS thing's correct. So I gotta fix 4800. Yeah, just give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all can still hit that first link and explore while I'm doing this. I'm just fixing a couple typos really quick. 5329. Boom. Boom. 4829. Yeah, so while I'm fixing this, let's go ahead and put this on the smaller screen so we see what's going on. So this is the trade meeting. The members are still in. But we're also looking at a possible EJ setup this next 15. But let me just fix the recap really quick. 2,800, 2,000. Okay. Yeah, I totally messed up the recap yesterday. Ain't gonna lie. But we fixing it right now. All right, cool. Cool. Now we fixed it. So the TPs that got hit are correct. I just forgot to delete some of the pips from the TPs and the recap of the ones last week. And things kind of got a little wonky. But now we're back to it. All right, cool. So I just fixed that. So let's go back to EJ really quick. And then we're going to pull it back up. Yeah, so EJ is still kind of chilling here. This is exactly why we're waiting to see if we can break and hold above this orange line. All right, so we see right here, just like in yesterday's live, and just like right here, price wicked this level, reattempted, rejected again. And now we see right here, price last candlestick wicked it, closed right underneath it. And now we see this current 15 still struggling to try to break that level. Now, doesn't mean it's impossible, but that's exactly why we wait for these extra confirmations. So we're just going to put this right here. We're going to keep an eye on that. We're also going to be looking at some other pairs on the other screen. All right, cool. So now let's pull back the free Telegram back up. So that's how we did. We went 3-0 yesterday. So we took TP3 got hit on GJ, caught 29 pips. TP1 on SPX got hit, caught 500 pips. NAS100 TP1 got hit, caught 2,000 pips. We just broke those down on the charts about 5-6 minutes ago. But that's how yesterday went. So this is how last week went. Last week we went 7-2, giving us a 78% win rate. Caught total 9,593 pips. And also pay attention to the right side of your screen. We see EJ rejecting that level, coming back and retesting the daily level. So let's just observe and see what happens here. But last Monday, we caught 136 pips. Tuesday, we caught 2,295 pips. Wednesday, we caught 2,300 pips. Thursday, we caught 4,844 pips. And then Friday, we caught 20 pips, ending the week with a total of 9,593 pips. And then you click right here. So this one was a little bit different. Usually I split up and differentiate between what was the amount of pips caught in the free channel versus the advanced play signal room and what's the sum total. But last week was a little bit different. As you can see, if we click right here, we took very little trades. Obviously, we took only 9 trades last week. Usually on average, we'll take maybe like 12 to 14 trades. So a little bit lower than usual, but that's because anyone that was trading last week, y'all know the markets were kind of choppy. So the first day on Monday, we took 3 trades. We took a GJ buy, SL got hit. Then we took a gold buy, TP1 got hit, caught 100 pips. And then we took a GA sell, TP4 got hit, caught 36 pips. Ended that day 2-1. All wins and losses are posted in the channel and screenshots of positions going down. So on Tuesday, only took 1 trade. So it was a members only trade because the members are always going to get the first trade of the day. And so if I only took 1 trade, the members are only going to get that trade. But we took an SPX buy on Tuesday. That was a screenshot of that position. And then looking at this is the recap. So we continue to hold that GA sell that we entered on Monday into Tuesday. All TPs got hit on Tuesday, caught 93 pips there. Then the SPX play TP6 got hit, caught 2,200 pips. Here's the screenshots of those positions there. That was the SPX position. And then it was that GA position. Okay, so it's rejecting that level. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. So let's go to these other pairs and see what's going down. So this was a markup I had yesterday. I was waiting to see who was going to hold this level, but ended up rejecting, coming down here. And then obviously there was news for Australian pairs last night. This was the news candlestick. Members, we see this happen all the time during the news events, but I just want to point out, again, this is strong resistance level. Price coincidentally came to retest this level right before the news. And look at the news candle, tap this level, then exploded to the upside. Now, is that a coincidence? No, because we see this happen 9 times out of 10 all the time during high impact news events. Then we also see here the same 15-minute candle literally went zone to zone, hit this 4-hour, went to the next 4-hour, tapped that level, retested, broke above it, and it's pumped to the upside. Again, not a coincidence. We see stuff like this happen all the time. So we're going to go ahead and delete this because I doubt it's going to retrace that far again. It already did a retest on this level before London session started. So yeah, if it doesn't retest this level again, we're just going to wait for the next possible entry point. But I definitely do see it coming towards 92.20, 92.30. So I'm going to see what's going to retrace. If it doesn't retrace, we're just going to wait for the next entry. We're going to do... That's a decent stop loss. Yeah, that's a decent stop loss. So EA is up too. All right, so EA, similar move. Yeah, so we're going to wait for the next. New 5-minute did just start. So we're going to see how this 5-minute goes. Right now, I'm just going through all the pairs again because a new London session did just start, just to see what possible trade ideas and setups we can look at. So Ian's doing that retest that I was talking about. So we're gonna see how price reacts here. Because again, it's a little bit of wonky. I don't even know why I'm putting a buy setup. I kind of like a sell better. I don't even know why I'm doing a buy. I was literally just about to say that. I don't know why I'm doing a buy setup. Kind of like a sell setup better. So we're gonna wait to see if price can break below this daily level, and then we're gonna see how this 15-minute candlestick closes. We're gonna go from there. Those just joining the stream, you have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. What's going on, Orion? I see you in here. What's going on, Fahad? Yeah, so we're going to see how price reacts to this level here. If it can continue to hold this level of support, it could try to push to the upside. But looking at the daily time frame, it's kind of messy. Obviously, it's not as bullish as GN is, but also look just right here. We're just strictly looking at EN. It's failing to make new highs. This is what happened last week. Whoops. Here we go. This is what happened last week. Price pushed up, made a new high, rejected a level, failed to make a new high. Instead of treating this level as a support, continued pushing up, treat this level as a resistance, and then yesterday it dropped down. So price did end up breaking back above this daily level. But that doesn't really mean too much. I'm still leaning towards sell, so we're going to wait to see how it reacts off this retest to see if it rejects and tries to break back below, or if it respects and tries to push back up and treat it as a support. So that's what we're waiting for this 15 to show us. But we're just patiently waiting and chilling right now. Let's go back to EJ, see what's going on there. All right, cool. So we're still going to pay attention to EJ. If it rejects this level, we can still look for a possible buy here, just like the buy setup yesterday. So we're not really tripping. And again, we're not in any trades right now, so there's no point in stressing because, again, we don't control the markets. That's why we wait for confirmations patiently. Once our confirmations are met, because we already did our chart analysis, we kind of know what the game plan is. We know what we're looking for, whether that's buys or sells on each pair. So now we're just waiting for our confirmations and price points to get hit. And then once those are hit, then, we just calculate our lot size into the trade and let it do its thing. It's that simple, y'all. Now, obviously, it sounds kind of easier said than done, but once you take the time to learn the basics, it's literally just rinse and repeat. And I actually got a few people. Did I take a screenshot? I get messages every day, and I screenshot some of them, but I honestly don't be screenshotting all this stuff. Let me see if I screenshot this message though. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I did find one. All right, shout out to my boy. This one's my boy Pharaoh. You know who you are. He always coming with information or great questions. But here's the result. I'm just trying to edit the photo because I don't need y'all blowing up his DMs or anything like that. All right, cool. So now let me send this to myself. I have a few others too. So if I can't find it in a couple scrolls, I'm not going to waste too much time on it because one screenshot is honestly enough. But let me see if I can find another one because I know there's a few that I got the past couple weeks. Let me see. What's going on, y'all? We have not entered this trade. This is just a trade idea. We're watching to see if our confirmations are met. If our confirmations aren't met, we're just going to wait for the next price point and go to another pair. We was looking for a buy setup, it rejected the level we was looking at. So now we're just letting it do its thing. Where is it? I could have sworn. Like I have student results of like trades, but there's like a certain message I was trying to find. Okay, cool. Okay, I found them. All right, so let me go ahead and send these to myself. All right, cool. So once these get sent, and I'm gonna pull them up. Now, literally, it's just rinse and repeat. So if y'all just take the time to learn the basics, and what the basics are is, I kind of see trading consists of three things. Obviously, there's like subsections, subcategories in all of these things, but it literally goes down into three things: the charts. So learn how to read the candlesticks, learn how to read the charts, the trend, your setups, all that stuff, and then the discipline and the trading plan. Because once you have the technique down, it doesn't really matter if you don't have the correct discipline and execution of that technique or that strategy. All right, so that's where the trading plan comes into play. And with the trading plan comes discipline, because you can have a plan all day, but if you don't stick to your plan or follow your rules, it doesn't really matter. And then the other component of the trading plan and discipline is the emotions, okay? Because if you're not cool, calm, and collected, you're 9 times out of 10 not gonna make a rational decision. Just think of the last time you made a wise decision in the moment, or when your emotions was ruling over you. Probably rare. Same thing with trading. And there's a few reasons why you're emotional while trading. And I actually broke that down in this video. Let me find that video while the stuff's getting sent to me. So make sure to check this video out too, y'all. All right, this video is going to help y'all out with that. I got videos helping you out with the reading the charts, as well as the third part we're about to go over. But this part is super important because, again, even if you have the first and the the second part down, if you really struggle with sticking to your plan and discipline, the first and the third component does not really matter, to be honest. Because, again, if you don't have any discipline or plan down, or you can't control yourself, or you're greedy, or you let FOMO take over, it doesn't matter how good your strategy is, doesn't matter how good your win rate could potentially be, and it doesn't matter if you're properly calculating your lot size, which is the third part, the simple math. So the simple math is properly calculating your lot size and then risk to reward, because that's how you're going to grow your account without blowing your account. So make sure to check that video out, y'all. All right, so I rejected that level, so we're about to go look at some other pairs. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. Oops. Wrong screen. So out of curiosity, let's just look at the gold and the indices really quick. Then we'll go back to the currency pairs. So they're going back and retesting the daily level, just like NAS. US30 is probably doing the same thing. Alright, cool. I'm going to mark this level off right here. Alright, cool. Alright, so it did break below this daily level. Yeah, so we got a new 15 about to start in about 15 seconds. We're about to see how that pops off. So we're looking at EN for possible sell setups. We're still watching the JPY pairs, but they got a little bit of work to do. AD pairs. Excuse me. We're still watching the AED pairs, but they got a little bit of work to do as well. Oh, this actually retested level was just talking about. It literally just retested at level 2. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, let me write some of these trade ideas up. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all still hopping in here. Yeah, there's a few potential setups. Let me go ahead and write some of these trade ideas up. We may not enter in any of these or all of them, but I still like to have them written up and ready. A good example of that was literally last week. An EM play I did end up entering, but I couldn't post in time because the move literally exploded to the upside of the next candlestick. And if I'm like 20 pips in profit, I'm not going to post the trade. Now, if I'm like 5 pips up, maybe even 10 pips, that's different from 20 pips. So that was just one of the moves I wasn't able to post, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's a decent stop loss. It's a decent stop loss. It's 25. Yeah, so we'll see how it reacts to this lower right here. Alright, so we over and pull up those screenshots I just sent to myself. Cool. Let's pull up EJ too, because I'm still in the GJ entry with the members. Yeah, so EJ can break back above that level, we'll be back in business. Alright, so that's respecting that level. We're gonna leave that alone for right now. Then what was the other pair that I just had on the screen? GA, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this right here, not gonna lie. Give me 1 second, I'll write some trade ideas up. I can talk and type, but I end up mixing up what I'm talking and typing. So let me just type this up really quick, then we can get back to business. Yeah, so right now I'm watching EA, I'm watching EN, I'm watching EJ, GJ. Indices I'm glancing at. I'm not really watching them too heavily as of right now. But we're just chilling right now. Let's see. So we possibly see that hit 93.18. Okay. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna keep this on the screen right here. And I'm still watching EJ on my other screen, as well as Ian. But let me pull up. Whoops. Wrong thing. There we go. Oh my god. So here's one of my members. It was like, bro, after watching videos now, when I look at the charts, I see it in a different way. I'm understanding what's going on with the liquidity institutional candles. Appreciate the knowledge more than you know. Thanks. Looking forward to the trades. Take with you. I'll be up for the live here on out. Enjoy the weekend. And this is the same dude. So this was who he said, I believe, Friday. And then yesterday, 2 days ago, he did what I always tell the members. I don't say it every weekend, but I say it almost every other weekend or something like that. I'd be like, take advantage of the weekend. And if you missed the lives or wasn't able to tune into the lives on both YouTube and the exclusive recorded lives in the Vince Play Signal Room, use the weekend to do so. And he did exactly that. And basically here he was saying it was just clicking with them. He went over the zones over the weekend. Like he says right here, now I'm still charting like you do. Like you always say, learn the charts, no indicators, the moving average. I can go through different time frames. Now mark my high, low supply zones, waiting for retest and enter. I call out all my TPs, been back testing for a week now. So fucking grateful I ran across it. So again, he says he's been back testing for a week. Obviously, he has some experience. He isn't like a fresh in trading, but literally, he said he was putting in the work for a week. It doesn't matter if you are brand new with trading or you traded for 2 weeks, a year, 3 years. If you put in a week of work consistently, you're going to see improvements no matter who you are. All right, so you just have to put the work in. Once you take the time to put the work in, like I said, oops, let me not mess my mic up. That's probably why I've been messing it up, huh? Because I'll be knocking it over and crap. But once you take the time, it's literally just rinse and repeat, y'all. Literally rinse and repeat. Give me a second. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, so we're going to see if this can hit around 93.18, 93.20. Because that's the highest it hit last time before it rejected this level and did that retracement. Again, we would have went for a possible sell setup yesterday, but I saw price. I did have a sell setup marked off last night because we're doing events play signal. I was letting the members know that I was on the charts, but we didn't enter anything. We just continued to hold the SPX play and the GJ play last night. Didn't enter anything else additionally because price was kind of just ranging, but it wasn't even all the price was ranging. Also because again, I knew there was a news event for Australian pairs, and I saw how price was just ranging, hugging this level, and then it broke this level. And after retest, maybe I could have entered a buy, but again, I have my rules. Especially if I'm calling a trade out on my own, maybe I'll enter a trade right before news, like 30 minutes or so before news. But again, if you want to be super safe and consistent, I do for the most part what I say in that video I have on my channel, how to trade news. And I haven't seen that video. Let me link that in the chat. I'm still going to break down what I'm about to break down, but I still suggest watching that video because what I'm about to say doesn't go over everything in that video. So let me find that video first. Yeah, so this is pumping nicely as projected. But let's go back to EJ really quick and see how that's doing. And then we got to take a look at EN as well. So EJ is looking like it's about to try to attempt to break back above that level. So we're going to let that do its thing for right now. Let's see what EN's up to. EN's respecting that level, which is cool. Not tripping too much about that. I still don't want to go for a buy, to be honest. Even if it pushes to the upside, I just don't like how the daily looks. I just don't like how the daily looks. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Which is nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving the pair alone. Let's see. And we got the strong resistance level here on EA. But if we can break that level, we can look for possible buy setup there. Again, why are we looking for a buy setup here instead of a buy setup? Well, this would have been a terrible one, which I haven't marked off here. But I like to trade it based off the bigger time frames. Again, there's support resistance levels on literally every time frame. So it can get a little tricky to determine which ones are, I don't like using the word the best or perfect, but the best ones to trade off of. So just looking right here, we're going to see multiple times how price is treating this level as support, 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 resistance, right? We see price, whoops, we see price hit this level, support, broke down, and I'll go over actually this type of candle. This is a whole nother video. I'm supposed to be dropping this video first into the chat. Well, there's so many videos I got on here that break down a lot of this stuff. So definitely while we're on the stream, click my profile and just do some scrolling, because with YouTube, you can multitask. So you can still tune into this live while exploring the channel. Look at some of the content on there, see some things on there that you might have issues with, or you might need some clarification with. Go ahead and click those videos, star those videos, save it for later, whatever the case may be. But also make sure to check out this video I'm about to drop in the chat right now. What's going on, Shawn? I see you in here. What's going on, my boy? I see you in here, Shawn. Give me 1 second. And also, you check out my video on how to read candlesticks, my most recent one. I went over engulfing candles and kind of how price works with support resistance levels with these candles. All right, but you see here, same thing, strong support level, turn to resistance. Now price is getting treated as resistance right here. So that's why we're looking for a buy. We want to wait for price to break above to treat it as support. Just like we was looking for a sell, we want to wait for price to break below and look for a sell, right? Look below, wait for the retest, go for a sell. But as we see here, it's continuous treat that low as as a resistance. So we're going to leave it alone for right now. I feel like there was another pair I was looking at. SPX is pushing back up, going for around 2. Let's see what that does. We got a few minutes to the next 15 starts. So we'll leave it alone. Okay, so with GJ, I want to see GJ break above these highs to the left. We hit those highs. Well, these are all the same highs from yesterday. So we're going to say that. But we hit the highs from yesterday, last night, projected. Now we're kind of chilling on top of this level. So I want to see price, same thing, break above this level. If we can break above and stay above these highs, we can most likely not only hit the next TPs, but break through this level of traffic right here. Because right here, we can see off rip that there's like a minor support resistance level right here. Like we can kind of see. Let me zoom in and try to make it as precise as I can. Give me 1 second. I'm also about to change the color so I don't throw ourselves off. Like we could put it right here too. So yeah, there's a few levels right here, but we're just gonna use this red line. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going to trade off this. We're just gonna bolden it up. So we can see here that there's a slight support resistance level on a smaller time frame. We can clearly see here how price trend the same level of support resistance. Now let's go ahead. Before we do that, like I always tell my members, is look to the left. It's going to explain what's happening to the right, which is the present, and what could potentially happen in the future. So we just look to the left, and we see here multiple times price treat this level as a support resistance. Now let's go to the present and see if we see any coincidences. So off rip, we can see that again, price didn't perfectly hit this level, but if we put a line right here, we're gonna probably find a level that it hit right here. Right, we can see price hit this level here, hit right here, and then we zoom out to the left. We can see prices hitting this level. So it's not going to be always perfect. But that's also why we trade off bigger levels, so trade off more precise levels. But we see price hit this zone here, this one, but we're talking about this one right here. We see that the wicks touched this level and then rejected. So if price can break and hold above that level, we'll have a higher chance of likelihood of price continue to push to the upside. But right now, price is kind of stuck in this range. It's definitely trying, as we can see. But right now, we're just kind of waiting for volume to kind of help it push and break out of this level, which we will have come kicking in the next hour. But definitely going into New York today with the news events, I want to see some volume start to kick in. But that's pretty much what's going on right there. 1 second. TP1 hit. All right, cool. So let me pull this back out. Go back in the free channel. I don't think we finished going over last week. So we're going to finish going over last week really quick. I'm going to be tallying up later on today the recap of last month because it is a new month. So we're going to go over how last month went. We kind of briefly went over it in yesterday's live. But just to go over, finish going over last week. So we went over Monday and Tuesday last week. This is Wednesday. So Wednesday, Here's some student results really quick first. So we had a student just growing an account, so just started trading a small. You can't really see it. Let's just start trading a small live account, going to see how far I can take it with the signals. Has a $500 account. You see, deposit $500. He or she. Let me not assume. I don't remember who this was. So let me not say he, because I don't know if it was a woman or not. But they had a $500 deposit. They already made 10% in one day. Well, a little bit over, but that's still not bad at all. You see the positions, all that good stuff. Here's some more student results, in and out. So here's another student. Shout out my boy Fahad, made $100 in one day. And again, look, this is why I always talk about, you got to face reality and understand what your account size is. Okay, look at his lot sizes, 0.02s. Look at how much he made, about 10 to $8 per trade. And look at that. He secured profits, re-entered, not afraid to get wicked out, all that good stuff. And he also, I'm not gonna lie, he'd be doing some a little bit aggressive stuff, but it's okay to be aggressive if you secure your profits. It's not okay if you're aggressive and then you're not securing profits, because then you're being greedy, and then you're gonna end up making mistakes and then try to make your money back. That's when the gambling comes into play, because you start revenge trading, trying to make your money back from your losses and stuff like that. Okay, so actually, let me write that down. Let me make a video on that. Revenge trading, because I used to be a victim of revenge trading too. Well, let me not say a victim, because I was the one doing it. It's not like somebody had a gun to my head like, you better get that back. I was doing the trades. Where is my notes? Okay, revenge trading. All right, cool. And then here's another one. Shout out my boy Mark. Man, he made 1,000 in one day. I think this was on Friday. It was either last week or Friday or Thursday. He sent this in there. But yeah, so going back down to the list here. Actually, let's go to EJ really quick, because I see GJ moving. So let's go to EJ really quick. Okay, still chilling right there. Let's go to EN really quick. Yeah, so we're just gonna leave that alone. Those I was here in the beginning of the live, we went over GA. So far, it's going as projected. I didn't post this in the free channel because we didn't take, like I said before, me and the members, we didn't take any trades last night. So this is the first trade of the day. But this is why we go live. Again, like I talk about all the time, we break down trades taken in both the advanced play signal room and the free signal room on these lives. Now, will we enter them all, or will the play materialize and have a good setup during the live? Yes, and sometimes no. But 9 times out of 10, most of the pairs we go over end up going as projected. All right, so this is one of those pairs. So we just hit another TP. That thing's pumping nicely. And again, we literally broke down why we even went for this setup. But if y'all missed it or confused, let me know, and I can go over again quickly. Basically why we went for this setup right here. But we just hit another TP. And I'll post these screenshots on my Instagram story after this live. Speaking of which, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it on the bottom of your screen. Instagram is Playmaker_way. TikTok is Playmaker Way. I post daily on both pages. I just posted some content last night on both of those pages. So make sure to check that out. Now, some stuff I can't post on Instagram, so I post on TikTok, or vice versa. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post on Instagram. Because TikTok, playing with your boy. I'm finally out the shadows slightly. I'm still not where I was originally at before they were mass manning me back to back to back. But also, that's kind of my fault, because I didn't really understand how TikTok worked. I just got on it because I knew the traffic was crazy on there. So I figured, I was posting on Instagram, let me post on TikTok too. But it turns out you can't post the same stuff on Instagram that you can post. You can't post the same stuff on Instagram on TikTok. They do not like that, especially when it comes to the Forex space. I'm talking about, I see some people do it. I don't know how they get away with it, but I just know I have never gotten away with it. Like, I can't post screenshots of like MT4, MT5. I can't even post screenshots of my Telegram. So like I had to like switch up a lot of stuff, but we're here where we're at. I'm just glad that they ain't banned my account because I thought I was going to get. I'm not banned. I'm surprised they didn't delete my account because I was banned from posting for like 3 weeks one time. I'm talking. I couldn't post. I couldn't even comment on other people's posts. They're just like, you can open the app. That's it, buddy. Here undoubtedly it is okay. I don't know what you talking about, my boy Andrew. I don't know if Voss is DOS, but I'm just gonna ignore that because I'm just gonna assume you're just doing some promo or something. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so EJ's still trying, but it's still underneath that level right there. So we're just gonna leave it alone. EA is still struggling to break back above that resistance level. Yeah, so EA can break back above that level. We can see possible buys on EA. And same thing with EJ. EJ can break back above that level. We can see possible buys for EJ. Depending on which one hits it first and meets my confirmations, that'll be the one posted in the free channel. But right now, we're just waiting for our confirmations to be met. Can't do much about that. Just patiently waiting there. All right, let's keep it pushing though. I think I got one more day. Why did it bring me all the way back to Monday? All right, cool. Okay, we just went through it all. All right, cool. So that's how the last week went. The week before that, we went 12-0, caught a total of 39,736 pips. Second week of July, we went 13-2, caught a total of 57,867 pips, 87% win rate. And then the first week of July, we went 6-1. So kind of similar to the last week of July. We went 7-2 last week, went 6-1. The first week of July, caught an 86% win rate. Caught a total of 5,257 pips. So again, very similar the first and last week. And I always say the first and last week of the month are the toughest to trade and the choppiest, and they have the most news events. And we can go through it on Forex Factory. I do it all the time. But we can do it again maybe if I remember. But this is how the first week of July went. All wins and losses are posted in the Telegram at the end of every day, every week. We do the recap, going over the trades taken, pips caught. Always going to see screenshots of what's going down in the advanced play signal room, all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out and explore. All right. Everything is posted. Like all these trades posted are trades I personally enter. So this is basically like my history, my trade history for the past year. Because if you click this pinned message right here, it's going to take you to, and you can see a year's worth of just averaging high 80 to high 90% win rates weekly, monthly, and quarterly. So make sure to explore and check all that good stuff out. But let's get back on the charts because we got a new 5-minute about to pop up. Let's see what's going on here. See what's going on here. Yeah, GA is pumping up nicely though. We're like a pip. No, we're not. We're like 6 pips away from the next TP. We're gonna do that. We're gonna change to the green so we don't throw each other off. Yeah, it's pumping up nicely. And again, very simple. We missed the original retest entry. Those that was here at the beginning of the live, I said we missed that retest. We're going to wait for the next retest. If it doesn't retest, we're going to go and wait for the next entry point. What happened? Price retested, did the retracement, then we entered off the retracement. Now we're up in profit. Now, yes, we could have entered off this candlestick, but we would not have been up as many pips as we would have been if we didn't wait and enter off this. And then the risk reward would have been a lot less as well. Now, obviously, this is still a 1 to 2 risk reward, but before this full move can happen, we have to break this level first. Now we see that that's not even a 1 to 1 risk reward, and this is even including spread coming into play. So that's why it's so important. Just stick to your plan and your rules. All right, especially when you have reasons why you have those rules in place, right? Usually the rules are in place because, if you make a mistake, put a rule in place to avoid making that mistake. If you see some success doing something, put a rule in place to continue to do whatever is working in your favor. All right. And of course, you're going to have to adjust every now and then, but you should still have a standard plan and rules that you stick to daily. Because again, you shouldn't be on Monday looking for this kind of setup, and then Tuesday looking for this kind of setup, and then Wednesday looking back for the setup he's looking for on Tuesday, and then Thursday looking for a kind of setup he's looking for on Monday. No, every day should be the same type of setups you're looking for. It's literally rinse and repeat. Only thing that changes is the trend, the news, the holidays, and volume. That's the only thing that changes. But the setups and your goals should be the same. Speaking of goals, let's look at gold and see what's going on there. So it looks like it's about to try to retest this level again. It's definitely been ranging. Again, I wouldn't be too shocked if price does try to come down to this level here and break past what's the support level? 1950. But just because I can see that happen, it doesn't mean I'm gonna pull the trigger too early. Because again, it's still sticking to the rules and market structure. Price is still on top of this daily level. So if it's still on top of this daily level, price can still continue to try to push to the upside. So I'm not going to just pull the trigger or the gun yet. So I'm still going to just be patiently waiting and chilling on that. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a couple minutes. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. If this is your first time on the channel or joining the stream, welcome. I appreciate giving the channel a chance. Go ahead and hit that bell and sub button because we don't just live trade and live stream daily on this channel, but we also post weekly content on this very same page. So go ahead and click the profile. You'll be able to see some things yourself. We got trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, videos on trading view, risk reward, how to count pips, videos on how to compound your accounts, all types of stuff. So we don't have a video for it yet. It's just because we simply haven't made it yet. But go ahead and check out some of these videos. Check out my most recent post as well, video as well. This was a 1 to 5 risk reward trade breakdown. Let me actually show you the trade itself. And this was a move that one of my members, or a lot of members, made money off of it. But one of our students I was highlighting, they made $5,000 off this trade. But this was also a 1 to 5 risk reward, so it's not like they was risking, like $2,000, $3,000. So still, $1,000 still, decent amount, but just to put that into perspective. Now, which pair? Which one? I think it was this one. Pretty sure it was this one right here. All right, this is a nice 1 to 5 risk reward. So that means if you would have entered this trade, you would have made 5 times whatever you was risking. So he was risking $100, you would have made $500. If he was risking $1,000, you would have made $5,000. So I broke down this trade and how you can catch similar moves, not just on GN, but any trade in any pair in general. Because again, this strategy works on anything the chart. It works on crypto, stocks, options, metals, indices, and of course currency pairs. So make sure to check that out. Let me go ahead and drop that in the chat for y'all. All right, here's the other videos. I dropped 2. Those watching the stream recorded later on today. Make sure to check those out. Quick question. Is it okay to stack trades when you know the trend is in your direction? That is a great question. Well, the question was quick. The answer is not going to be kind of quick. Might be brief, but not quick. But that's a great question. So The first part is okay to stack trades when you know the trends go in your direction. Yes, but that does not mean to just blindly stack your trades wherever just because price is bullish. I'm just going to enter a bunch of buys because price is going to eventually go up, or because price is bearish, I'm just going to enter a bunch of sells because, price is bearish. No, you still need to properly figure out and determine where you're going to stack those entries. And you had the benefit of being a member because we go over that stuff a few times in the past in the recorded live. So let me see if I can find that really quick because I've gone over it before. I think I did it last month. So let me see. I went over it. Actually, I know how to find it. So give me 1 second. I'm about to do this right now. Let me go on a pair we're looking at though, so we're not just looking at old trade receipts while I do this. Good question. Give me 1 second though. But yeah, so like I said, you don't want to just blindly just enter trades or stack trades just because price is bullish or bearish. You still want to have some reasoning why you're entering a position. Because again, those that's in the free Telegram, first link in the description, the first thing I post every day before the first trade or first signal in the free, if I can find it, okay, here it is, in the free signal room, free Telegram. What does the bottom thing say? I recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So if you're stacking you're going to end up risking more than 5% of your account. And if the worst case scenario, which is price goes the opposite direction and goes towards your stop loss, not only could you over leverage, but you could lose way more than you would be happy with or what you should have. Okay. So it's very important where you stack your trades at. Again, you don't need to stack trades either. You just take one position, you can still make a lot of money. So don't think that way. I know why you're thinking that way because you ask a lot of different questions that are very similar to that. So I know why you're thinking that, but no, okay? I'm about to find that video in a second, but let me briefly explain for those that's not in the advanced place signal room why that's a bad idea to do, okay? And why you don't need to do it, right? That's an advanced thing. That's an advanced strategy. Now, why did it adjust? Because I actually caught that move, but that's besides the point. Let me go to we're on JPY right now. 1 second. I just want to make sure before I start talking, we're not missing any setups. GJ still struggling to try to break that level, but you see it's still attempting. So I'm going to put on GA. All right, we just hit the next TP. Like I said, I'm going to post screenshots of this position on my story after the live. Speaking of that, let me go ahead and post this disclaimer. I'm about to post this right now because there's some setups. I'm about to post this right now. So make sure to read this. On your phone, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's literally just 11 sentences. Y'all can read 11 sentences. I believe in y'all. This is going on how the TPs work, how the strategy works, and how you should go about trading in general. I get a lot of questions daily, and I have no problem with the questions, but a lot of the time, the questions are answered in this disclaimer. Or if you're a member, a lot of the times the questions you ask are answered in the New York price watch list videos. Again, I have no issue answering the questions, but this is also why I post the stuff daily to help kind of beat you to it. Because again, I have 70 plus students, then over 900 people, almost 1,000 people in the free channel. So I get a lot of messages, and of course, a lot of them might be the same, which again I have no issue with. But this is just me trying to be efficient on my end, but also your end. All right, so make sure to check that out. Let me type this up and let the members know that we just hit another TP. And again, this is a trade we literally broke down on the live stream. Those that was here in the beginning, we didn't enter this as soon as the live started. We waited a few candles. We waited at least 15, 20 minutes. So that's 15, 20 minutes into the live. Actually, not even 15, 20 minutes into the live. So it's not like we just jumped in this or anything like that. We broke down exactly why we were looking for the buy setup and all that good stuff. That's why I got to tap into the lives, y'all. But let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this position so I can post this on my story once we get off of here. Yeah, so we're 1-0 for the day so far. Still looking at EA on my other screen. We're going to wait for a few more confirmations on that. All right, so now let me break down the second part of the question why I said yes but no. Now look at this trade, because again, you have to have a daily goal. What is the point of you stacking a trade? What is your intention with adding an additional position? Is that just to be greedy? Is that to meet your daily goal? What is the reason? Because again, if you don't do it properly, you're going to end up losing money instead of having that trade be a winner. So if you're going to do it, have a reason why. And again, I must find that video. I'm going to find that live stream, and I'm going to repost it in the advanced play signal room. So I am going to find that live stream. But again, you don't need to do it. Because look right here. This move right here. 1 to 2 risk to reward. So whatever you was risking, you would have made double that. Here's another setup. 1 to 3 risk to reward. So whatever you was risking, you made triple that. So if you have a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk to reward, which I always suggest and stress y'all have if you're looking for a setup, why stack? Why add another position? Why add another position? Right? Why add another position? Now, of course, I do that. But again, I'm not just randomly entering another position. See, this was my first position at this key level. My second position was at another key level. It's not like I'm just randomly adding positions, but I also still stick to my rules, my confirmations. So my additional positions, I still treat them as a first position. What I mean by that is I still confirm my analysis. I still wait for confirmations, and I still enter and exit off key price levels. All right. But like I said, I'm going to find that live stream because you all remember. So in the live stream, I break it down step by step and also explain it a little bit better. So I will find that and post that in the advanced play signal room later on. Good question, though. Yeah, I mean, I use it to this day, no issue. Withdrawals and deposits. I'm not going to say it's like any other broker because I haven't used every broker, but deposits and withdrawals hit the same day. I've never had any issues. The quickest deposit and withdrawal was like 30 minutes. But on average, it's like, depending on the date, the time you do, if you do it during London session, Tokyo session, anytime before like between like 11 a.m. EST to like 3 p.m., 5 p.m. EST, anytime between, I mean, outside of New York session, especially when market closes, I have the quickest withdrawals. I have noticed that, but all my withdrawals end up as the same day. I never had a super delayed withdrawal, right? It's always been same day. The longest 4 to 6 hours, but still same day. So yes, I have no issues with it. Still use it. I still personal accounts, and then I still use my Forex fund for my funded accounts. I use EagleFX. All the links are in my description on the stream, if I'm mistaken. So you just in the description, you'll see the link to the signal room. You'll see the link to Well, let me just read off all the links. I'm in the description as we speak. The first links to the signal room, the signal course for mentorships is the link fly. So if you click the link fly, which is the third link on the bottom, will have my broker. But then also if you click 1, 2, 3, 4, broker I use, and that's the broker I use. Also, the prop firm accounts I use are linked in the description as well. So all my links are in the description. Yeah, this is pumping up nicely. It's about to hit the top of the zone. So yeah, not a bad stream, y'all. Not a bad stream. Took one trade, went over a lot of good stuff. What was I about to do? I feel like I was supposed to do one more thing before I hopped off. Oh yeah. So I do this a lot of the time, but I still like to do this at least once the first week and at least once the last week of the month. Because again, new people join, new people click the stream. So this right here is Forex Factory. Have in your history, browser history, that's a problem, especially trying to be a trader. You need Forex Factory. I recommend using TradingView. Yes, you can do your markups and stuff on your MT4, MT5 on your computer, but I still recommend using TradingView. Oh, my bad, y'all. I keep smacking. That's probably why my mic be acting up too. I just be beating it while I'm talking and streaming. But so one thing, just like the market, the chart, I always say price is up. We hit another TP. Hit another TP. Hold that note. Let me let the members know we just hit another TP really quick. TP5 just got hit. 5 hit. Not only on the charts does price repeat itself, which we've seen multiple examples on this live stream, but I can literally point out one literally right now. We're just going to highlight this level. I just use this horizontal line, put just a line on my screen. Just looking at this level here, you see I literally just went to the first thing I saw. Just random. We can even look at this golden level, but we're just going to pay attention to this level. This level, this was July 26th, Wednesday, July 26th. We see this price being treated as a resistance level. Now let's just look to the left and see, oh, looky here. The same exact price level is being treated as support resistance. This was all the way a week ago from the first week. And look right here, this was the beginning of July. Same level being treated as support, same level being treated as resistance. And I guarantee if we keep scrolling, this is GA, so yeah, we can probably keep scrolling. And I guarantee if we keep scrolling, we're going to find, oh, look, this is all the way in May. Let's keep scrolling. And we're just on the 15-minute time frame. We're not even on the daily time frame. All right, let's go on a bigger time frame. Whoop, there. This was you will see the same news events the first and last week of the month, especially the first week of every month, which is why I always say the first and last week of the month are always the toughest. And again, if you just go into free Telegram and just look at every week, because I do the recap of every single week, and just look at every month, look at the first week and last week of every month, and then go to the first week, last week of June, first and last week of May, first and last week of April, first and last week of February, March, all that stuff. You're going to see a lot of similarities. The amount of trades taken compared to the trades taken the second and third week, and the amount of pips and all that stuff. But also, if you go on Forex Factory, you're going to see the exact same news events. So we're here in the first week of August. Today's August 1st. So the news events you're going to see a lot of time the first week is, again, we're just paying attention to high impact news. We don't care about yellow folder. We pay attention to orange folder, but the main thing we tunnel vision on is the red folder news. All right. We're not sitting there watching the TV to see what they're saying, because again, they don't control the markets. They already have planned, whoever you want to call them, powers that be, the government, whatever. They already have planned what's happening this week, next month, next quarter, next year, probably 5 years from now, 10 years from now. All they do is have a person Read a piece of paper that got printed out by another person, told them to go sit in front of this TV and read it. They don't control the markets, they don't control the charts. So all we need to know is the time the news is popping off. That way we're not blindsided and we can prepare. So look right here. I want y'all to just pay attention to the news events. So we got ISM. Before we do that, let me check these charts really quick because I get sidetracked once I go into teacher mode. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. So we see ISM services right here. We see unemployment. We see unemployment change. We see the main ones I'm going to point out is the New York stuff, but we're still going to point out all the red folder news. Main one I want y'all to pay attention to is ADP, ISM services, governor speaking, of course, employment change, unemployment rate, non-farm employment, average hourly earnings. All right. Also pay attention to the day. This is a Friday, first Friday of the month. Now all we're going to do is go to, obviously the first day of July was on a Saturday. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Monday to Saturday, but Monday, then go to the next month, and we're going to do Saturday. Then we're going to apply settings. ISM, RB. I forgot to talk about RB and cash rate. All right, we got FOMC. We got unemployment claims. We got ISM. We got job openings. And then look at this. First Friday of the month, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment, unemployment, and employment. Just like this Friday. Now we're just gonna do one more month, and then I'm pretty sure y'all get the point. Now sometimes in the middle of the week, but this is on a Thursday. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the next week. Now if it was on a Tuesday like this week, that's slightly different. But the middle of the week, sometimes I'll wait till the next full week to do all the high impact news events. So for this one, we're just gonna do Thursday, and then we're gonna go just to the Friday, which is the full first week of June. Then we're gonna apply settings. We see CPI, we see ADP, non-farm employment, we see unemployment claims, we see ISM, and then on Friday, the first Friday of the month, same three, just like the Friday of July and just like the Friday of this week. Not a coincidence. We see the same stuff over and over and over again, repeatedly. All right, y'all. Yeah, it is what it is. We're about to hop off the streamer anyways. It was working fine until now. It's all good though. It was probably because I literally smacked the crap out of my mic right before it started crackling. Try blowing the port out. It could be dusty. Okay. Yeah, I'll try blowing the port out. Yeah, and like I said, it will be working fine, but I think when I slightly move it, it'll start acting up. But I'll try that out for sure. I also get like that uh, can of is it can of air that I'm talking about. You be using the dust Strauss keyboards and stuff. I gotta get another can of that too. But yeah, I'll definitely try that out, and I'll let y'all know. Well, if it works, you'll know. I'll shout you out and stuff. But yeah, make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe. And we're going to be back at it the same time tomorrow, London session, 3 a.m. EST. Hope y'all can hear me clearly for the last 30 seconds. Members, you already know, in a couple hours, I'm going to drop that New York price watch list. If y'all are interested in learning how to mark up these levels and these charts like this, go ahead and join the Advanced Play Signal Room. Now, what comes with the Advanced Play Signal Room? A lot of stuff. Let me try to just. So if you just scroll up to what is this, the 30th of July, you'll see this right here. So this is like a quick gist of what's in the Advanced Play Signal Room. So All trades Tokyo session. We strictly trade Tokyo session with the members. So all trades taken during Tokyo session, doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, 5 trades. It's probably not going to be 5 trades, but you get the point. All trades taken during Tokyo session are strictly for the members. Then you get all the trades. The free channel only gets like a quarter to 50% of the trades taken the day. And of course, they only get trades taken during London and New York session. The members always also get the first trade of the day. So last night we didn't take any trades during Tokyo session, which is why that GA play was strictly a members only play. But again, we broke it down on this live stream. Then, as you can see right here, you get the New York price. Well, actually, let's go into the advanced play signal really quick. I think that'll be easier to break down. So you're gonna, again, do not enter this trade. You can see right here, TP5 got hit. I did not want to see any DMs of anyone trying to cuss me out because they entered this trade. You see TP5 is hit. Don't want anybody posting and entering this trade. All right, so this is the trade. You see the time, 3:30. So this was literally called and posted on the live stream. So I'm about to just move this to my left monitor. So I scroll past the signal because again, I don't want anybody jumping in the trade because the trade is already playing out. So it's kind of null and void to jump in that. All right. So this is what I drop daily for the members as well. I meant by chart analysis. I call it the New York price watch list, and as it literally says right here, looking at trades we are currently in and compressed air. Okay, let me write that down. Compressed air. Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. I'll probably get some today. So right here, like it says, looking at trades where I appreciate that, Richie. Looking at trades we're currently in and possible setups going into New York. So as you can see right here, I'm doing a literal chart analysis. I'm not just talking about, okay, I can see buys, I can see sells. I break down exactly why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I go over exact price points to look for entries and exits at. And I go over not just the trades we're in, but like I said, possible setups going to New York. So I go over all the pairs that we usually like to look at and or trade. And then of course, anyone has any questions about certain pairs that they like to trade, I'll also add or throw that into my chart analysis. Or if they ask me after the fact, I'll just do a quick chart markup or send them a screenshot of my chart and then answer the question from there. All right, so I post that daily. As you can see here, there's pin message. There's more than just this pin message. You can see there's 3 pin messages, but this one right here is the account size key. So this one goes over basically all the pairs and what your account size should be minimum to trade the pair. So obviously you have a $100 account. I wouldn't recommend jumping into a US30 trade, right? So I just had that down for new traders or intermediate traders just so they can get an idea of what pairs they should or should not even jump into. Then, of course, there's the student member group chat, and the pin video in the student member group chat goes over how to calculate your lot size and things you need to do before any trade. Then there's the exclusive live streams. As of lately, last year they were during Tokyo session. This year I switched it up. They've been during New York session, but not just during New York session. They've been during news events during New York session. And just like the live streams on during London session on YouTube, if you missed them, they're all recorded and posted. Same thing with the lives for the members. If you missed the lives, they're all recorded and posted so you can view and watch them later. And there's literally over 300 videos, almost 200 photos, and it's literally a year worth of content, right? Watch this. What year is that? Say 2022. So it's over a year worth of content, not just New York price watch this, but live streams as well. You see here, there's literally hours worth of content, and in these live streams I go more in depth with not just scaling entries like your Orion, but also marking up the levels, marking up the charts, patterns, how to read the candlesticks, and all that good stuff. So there's literally so much content to take advantage of in here. The sale did just end though. Today is the first. So I think the sale just ended. I might do another sale. Who knows? But yeah, I'll let y'all know if I do another sale. But let me catch up to these comments to make sure I didn't miss out on anything. All right, cool. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow, y'all. London session, 3 a.m. EST. We out.